Hello there and happy gaming everyone. This is Dark Sage Walker and we're about to try the Witch's third episode. It's called Countdown. So full disclosure, I did try recording this not too long ago. For some reason my recording software is having issues, so I'm thinking I might either need to try to fix it somehow, or I may very well need to just get different recording software, but anyway, let's just get into this. Yeah, your favorite little braggart. You had your account deleted because you're a bitch. Very nice. Alright, so the whole deal with this particular episode is that she actually starts every match with all of her stuff counting down. So your first die will roll a 6, then a 5, then a 4, and then so on and so forth. I'll actually start with infliction, because if that's all I have to do damage with, why wouldn't I have that out from the get-go? Now granted, it's not incredibly necessary to have it out from the get-go. Oh, that's a lot of damage to take right off the bat, you jerk. There we go. Now, considering that your dice are always going to roll pretty much the same thing every time, actually kind of makes it real easy to plan some things ahead, and you'll see what I mean a little later on down the road. Really don't think I need to limit break you. And shield would be worthless because you almost exclusively poison. I don't have anything to do 2 more damage with. That's a shame. But it's okay. I'm not really worried about this. Fling! Oh, look at that! Poor baby. We'll definitely be taking Ice Shard. And we will learn it in Spell Slot 2. You are Magic Missile. Put it in Spell Slot 3. I'm not sure we're going to be putting that one to a lot of use, though. Pretty much once I start to get the elemental spells, it becomes almost more of a hassle to want to use the others. Now, we can pretty much shut down the Alchemist with Ice. So, I see no reason not to do that first. Actually, Marshmallow will open up the way to that treasure chest, which is likely going to be our Hall of Mirrors, so let's do that first. Let's set up a Bump Blade. It's actually Crystal Ball. I get the feeling that I'm going to be using the Magic Missile and nothing. I might as well just throw these. Thanks for the 1 damage. Appreciate that. Yes, well-placed ice can just shut Marshmallow down. And I love it. And Bump Blade kind of ensures that you don't get to screw with my dice all that much. Or at least ensures that I won't feel the negative brunt of it. Alright, so we now have Hall of Mirrors. So with that plan and with that, sorry, not plan, but with that in mind, I believe the next thing I'm going to want to do is when I level up, I'm going to take a prepared spell slot. That way I can see, do I want to set up a Bump Blade or a Magic Shield? I'm going to set up Bump Blade. That was a nice little stutter. Hope that doesn't affect anything. Yep, boop! Spiky potion. That sounds horrifying. How do you get spiky liquid? Magic missile. Yeah, I could set up Hall of Mirrors, I just don't think it's necessary for this enemy. But you can throw the horrifying spiky potion at me. It just sounds so wrong. Ow. Really see no reason not to use Crystal Ball here. Doodly-doo-doo. And there we go. Bye-bye, Alchemist. Thank you for the level up. So we take the prepared spell slot. And, yep, there we go. Because you start every round with a 6, or not every round, every fight with a 6, it's real easy to activate Hall of Mirrors and get yourself rolling right off the bat. Now, there are some fights in which you actually don't want to roll that plan, but this isn't one of them, so let's immediately get started. Alright, so do that. I'm actually kind of wondering why I set up Magic Shield, because I have multiple things and pardon me. I have multiple things competing for odd dice. More often than not, I'm going to go for damage and control over shielding. So shielding may very well end up going the next time I get a spell I'm interested in. But all of that having been said, I think, let's see, so I can set up a bump blade, which actually isn't a bad idea. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Set up a bump blade, set up another ice shard, kablooey, next turn. Yes, I'd rather control what you throw at me. I'm a little particular about that. I just kind of don't like getting blatted in the face with more ice. And this is kind of adding insult to injury on already bad rolls. I mean, I would apologize, but I mean, I need to survive myself. Bye-bye, Dryad. Alright. Grab the health, see what's in the shop. Good morning, Yolanda. What do you have for me, lovey? The book group's meeting in the back. Or are you here for shopping? That's fine. Carry on. Have a browse. There we go. Healing Crystal is a big help. That I would actually, foreseeably use. Okay, so we have access to health right away. Alright, so I think actually first target will be the pirate. Ice. Ice. Set up a healing crystal. Alright, cool. So it's going to be 4 damage and 2 boing. We'll definitely use those burns to my advantage. Thank you very much. Should have thought about that a bit more. Okay, whatever. Still not the most dangerous dude in the world, and on 3s you tend to put into cannon fire. Anyway, pardon me, I just woke up. I'd like to be able to nudge that down to a 5. As odd as it seems, actually having a use for nudge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I need to find a way to edge out a bit more damage. Actually, that's not too hard. There we go. I am far from the sea, but a fella like me. Though the ocean's apart, I'm a pirate at heart. Man knows what he likes. What can I say? So, against you, I actually think I want to employ the double ice strategy. What's the double ice strategy? I'm glad you asked. The double ice strategy is essentially using as much ice as possible in order to make sure his dice stay frozen so he doesn't throw rocks at me. And in order to make sure that we've got all the ice we need, we can bump blade the 4 up to 5 and make sure that that ice stings real hard. Now, do I need anything else? Not really. We'll just pass turn there. Oh, look at that! He only rolled 1s. Double ice strategy has many uses. So most of it is just for dealing a lot of ice damage and freezing dice. You can also use it to, I don't know, refrigerate your turkey. You can use it to chill your home during those hot summer days. You can use it to remind people about climate change. Okay, this is getting ridiculous now. And that's it. We'll take duplicate. I'm just gonna put it over infliction. I don't want hex, sorry. And what are you selling? Spell something. Slime ball. I don't know, Yolanda. I'm not sure these are the droids I'm looking for. The problem with slime ball and going slime in general, honestly, is that it takes a while for it to properly build up, and the reason for that is because it doesn't go away over subsequent rounds. It just counts down. So you hit someone with 3 poison. It does 3 damage, but then it doesn't count down. It does 2 damage the next round, and so on and so forth. The problem with slime is that there are a lot of enemies that are actually resistant to slime, and even furthermore from that, it usually takes a while to build up. I am going to change this back to Hall of Mirrors for the Sorceress fight. So it's one of those things where even though I could put it over Magic Missile pretty effectively because I'm not using Magic Missile, I'm also not sure I would use Slime Ball. It would have kind of the same problem going for it. So I'm thinking I'm still going to ignore that, even though it is an interesting find. Alright, so, that having been said, there we go. And we got ourselves a good setup there. But, I mean, you can always just Cauldron to get a new die. And a 1 doesn't mean you're useless, it still means you're throwing out Infliction. Oh, you're a jerk. You're such a jerk. Alright, so after that, I don't think we're in grave need of Hall of Mirrors, so we could put something else over it. Just don't think that Healing Crystal is it. That's gonna hurt. Although I am aware of Squeaky Chair, I just don't really have anything I can do about it just yet. Alright, so what would I put over Hall of Mirrors? Real honestly, Duplicate, but I don't want to use my only 5. So, we'll do Bump Blade instead. Wabam! Ice! Ice! Alright, so you're gonna Infliction, Cauldron yourself up a new die, and you're starting to see my luck. Alright, let's get some healing going before I call it good. There we go. Ice Shard! That's it. I win! Woo! I very much feel like I'm in control right now. What were you guarding? Silver Cauldron, don't want it. Super Stereo Head. Alright, I'm down. Oh, and motherfucking Loud Bird. Son of a fucking... Loud Bird and I... We aren't getting along right now. Alright, so what makes Super Stereo Head super? Well, this promises to make things difficult. So, because I didn't know that, that makes coming into this fight with ice a very difficult proposition. So I think I'm actually going to want to fight this one out mostly using Magic Missile. It's about what I'm gonna have to do. Because I can't afford to have him constantly weakening me. You know, you could stop wrecking my stuff. That'd be great. Alright, so how do I want to do this? I think right now Duplicate is of greater import. Duplicate, what do I pay you for? Honestly. Okay, well, that makes things a bit trickier. I forgot that you could only put a 4, 5, or 6 into Duplicate. Bump you up to a 3, use Healing Crystal, Magic Missile, set up a second magic missile. Alright. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Alright. So somehow or another, we're gonna get there. Just not sure. It's just gonna take a little bit, that's all. So bear with me. Alright, we should have him next round. Especially if he doesn't get to use his Echo Blast. Oh, max 3. I thought I was being clever. Oh well. Boom, okay. And you know, we're going to want to employ the same strategy against Loudbird because he is not going to let up with his Echo Blast. What's in here? Glass Cauldron. It's nice, but I have Ice Shard, so it's less valuable. Yeah, I know. And you know, for what it's worth, old buddy, old friend, I hate you too. Alright. The vendetta continues, and of course you're going to silence me. Of course you're going to get to do everything. Real honestly, this guy would still be a level 4 monster even if he only got 3 die. The idea that he gets 4 just means that he always gets to do everything that he wants. I need a second attack up. I'm never gonna get it because he always rolls doubles. Well, this time he didn't. I'm thankful for that, but still pretty mad about it. Alright, I don't think I need any more Hall of Mirrors. Don't need to set up Hall of Mirrors. Have a duplicate. Have a healing crystal. Which means that I can't hit you. You're the worst. There. I hate this guy so much that he's stealing my ability to make commentary. Oh, and I'm gonna be silenced. Okay. Okay. Alright, buddy. I see where this is going. I see where this is going. Oh, and I can't even throw dice. You are the worst. You and Kraken are the worst goddamn enemies. Alright, so did that have a purpose? Actually, yes. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
And of course you get to silence me. My hatred for this enemy knows no bounds. Absolutely none. I hate you with a passion. A passion that, at this moment in time, can only be truly registered. Are you serious? I'm gonna have to go another round against this asshole. At least you're not gonna be able to Echo Blast me with. I hate you so much. Alright, Loud Bird ruins runs. He just does. Alright, of these two spells, I think Inferno is more valuable. And I say that because there are plenty of enemies out there that are weak to fire. Few to none that are actually weak to electricity. And I find that for at least most enemies, shock is not a good status effect. I know there are plenty of people out there who be like, "Oh my god, you think shock is bad?" Here's the thing. Yeah, here's the thing. I should not have done that, but nice stutter. Oh. Against late game enemies, shock just doesn't do enough. It doesn't actually hold much of their gear hostage to the electricity. And it just ends up being, honestly, kind of a waste. There we go. I will take a third prepared slot, because I think it's better to have spells ready to go, rather than spells that are rather than just a bunch of strong spells that you need to take more time to duplicate. That having been said, my final slot will be an upgraded slot, make no doubt about that. Go ahead and move on. I don't want Direwolf having a lot of low dice, so I think Inferno is absolutely the best choice. We'll duplicate. There we go. I think that's looking good. So you're going to be able to Direwolf Howl, unfortunately. Makes a lot of that time spent setting up look a little silly. Boy, I really want to recover health. It would sure be a shame. It actually did it! Okay. Well, at this point I'm a little bit scared to act. Because Inferno and Duplicate are absolutely the things that I need right now. So... there we go. Alright. That feels better. Oh, and you're gonna be able to curse me again because you're a terrible, terrible creature. Alright. So, Curse, can you just work first time, please? Thank you. Alright, there we go. 2, 5, 1. Curse again! And again. And again. And again. Because, except for you're not using it because you're a genius! Okay, so I'm trying to recover as much health as possible. Which unfortunately is just going to be 2. But it's still 2 health that I wouldn't have had otherwise, so take that for what it's worth. At the moment, it's worth about 2 health. Alright, I want to employ the ice strategy. Because your whole point is you want to roll 6s. I would rather you didn't roll 6s. Hey, it's nothing personal, I just, can't stand it when you do damage to me. Alright, so Healing Crystal, Duplicate, which is already up, and Bump Blade. I think that's the smarter move at the moment. Duplicate to 5.
Yeah.
Ice. 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 And we'll set up a Healing Crystal. Alright, cool. That was a good first turn. Now, let's not rest on our laurels, because he can still do quite a bit of damage if he ever gets that countdown done and over with. And this turn, I don't have the luxury of having another ice shard I can throw up. So it's funny when you put it that way. Hey, shut up. And this round, he would absolutely be able to do that. So, what I would like, I don't think it's possible, but what I would like is to be able to have lethal this turn. Yeah, I just don't think I don't think I see a way to get it to happen. We're gonna have to put up with taking 12 damage, but it will start the next fight with, well, very close to having Limit Break ready to go. And actually, what I can do is just stall him.
Yeah.
Get a little self-recovery going on here. Alright. It's looking alright. It's a slightly longer episode than some of my previous ones, largely because I'm trying to make sure that I plan everything out accordingly. Alright. Against Kraken and Banshee. Banshee's going to open up the path for more gear, so I think we want to take her on first. Also, she's going to be much more difficult to deal with, so I think we want to go with something like that. It's not bad to have Hall of Mirrors up, make no mistake. But I do need to make sure I have the ball rolling immediately for Banshee, because she does not let up. Alright, so 12 damage Inferno. There we go. Alright. Alright, she doesn't let up, so I can't afford to let up either. Okay, so 6 damage. You know what? I can live with that. Now comes the not-so-good turn. But that's okay, I've got plenty of resources. She is going to be able to silence me, unfortunately. Now, I know that the Banshee's wail is supposed to sound mournful. I'm not sure that what she has going on sounds mournful, but definitely creepy. And yeah, it's about what I expect a Banshee to sound like, not gonna lie. Absolute Zero and Magic Dagger. Well, I've said before how much I like Magic Dagger. Absolute Zero seems like it'd be difficult to use. And without knowing what boss is coming up, I have a hard time justifying purchasing either one, honestly. Especially if it's going to take 25 to use Absolute Zero, that's too slow. Now on the flip side, what would I get rid of to put in Magic Dagger? I think, honestly, most of my dice are spoken for. I'm just going to roll like this. Pick up. Alright, so 12 damage Inferno again. Kaboom. Because you're worth it. I don't know if I want to be worth that. Too bad. I am absolutely not worried about Healing Crystal right now, because I'm pretty sure, oh no, I'm not pretty sure, I'm guaranteed to level up after this fight, so I just don't think I need it. Or if I can be fair, I probably didn't even need to do Hall of Mirrors there, I just did it because, you know, it's what a brother does. Yes, creaky chair, I hear you. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Kraken.
Bye-bye.
And yes, we will take the upgraded slot. Alright, on to the boss. Last time the boss was the perfect thing to beat what we had. This time around, I have the perfect thing to beat her. So, we are definitely going double ice strategy. Hey, I looked it up and apparently deuce isn't the singular of dice at all. In modern usage, dice is both singular and plural. Isn't that sweet? Now, prepare to dice. So I mean, you start by saying things like that, and I'm supposed to be... You're weird. Alright, so... we definitely start here. You know, ice shard, ice shard... Alright, so now I can set up a healing crystal if I want. I can also set up a bump blade. And we're just gonna do that. So you're gonna be able to sting me once. Alright. What gets shocked? Of course. The thing I was actually looking to use. Why wouldn't it? Alright, well I can see this fight going on for a little bit, so... We're gonna set up a Hall of Mirrors. And we're gonna use it. We're gonna call that good. So I'm probably gonna get stung twice. Oh no, only once. But of course, she's gonna be able to dodge an attack. God, you and your... Now, I would love to be able to just smoke that dodge out. I don't have a 2 to put up another ice shard. I do, however, have a 3 to put up an inferno. A little iffy. Get me out. There goes that. Oh darn, what are we gonna do? Alright, so now let's set up another. Kinda don't want. You know, I'll just do it like this. Spending too much time second-guessing all my moves. Alright, so that's a bee sting. My guess is she's gonna use flight. Oh, no, she's gonna sting me twice. There's really no reason not to do that, if I may be real with you. Having more dice is always a good thing. Alright, Inferno for 12. Kazowie. Healing Crystal. Doesn't really matter where I put it. Heal. Alright. My guess is I'm gonna get stung twice. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, so it's kind of a pain to have that broken, but I'm also relatively certain that I'm wrong. I thought I had lethal right now. I don't. I do. I do have lethal right now. Kablooey! And that's countdown. Excellent. Yes, I am a persistent little dice fiend. You're gonna spin the wheel, I'm gonna lose, I'm going to shake my fist in impotent rage at you, and then we prepare for episode 4. Complete the episode named Countdown. Magician. Hobbies: shuffling cards, juggling, feeling melancholy. Alright, good for you. Childhood pet: a New Zealand giant rabbit named Grover. Secret shame: accidentally left the hutch open once and Grover disappeared forever. Reasons for entering the dungeons? To find that which was lost. It sounds way better than looking for a pet rabbit. You know what, though? That shows some conviction. You came down here to take some responsibility and find your rabbit, and god damn it, that's what you're gonna do, even if it keeps you trapped here for eternity. Doesn't sound so good when you put it that way. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel to see more in the future. We're going to be moving on to Jester Episode 3 pretty soon, but in the meantime, drop a like, leave me a comment, share the video with a friend. That's always the best thing to do with these videos. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I'll be seeing you.